The transport shuttle shuddered as it dropped out of faster-than-light near a pale blue world. Captain James Walker gripped the edge of the console, steadying himself. They had jumped 12 times in as many hours, 12 star systems crossed, 12 near-fatal encounters. And still, the hunters followed. "Engines are overheating," said Lieutenant Ava Rodriguez, her voice thin but steady. "If we try another jump, they'll melt right off the hull." James stared through the viewport. Earth. The cradle of humanity. A world many in the wider galaxy dismissed as primitive, backward, irrelevant. To James, it had never looked more beautiful. "Then this is where we make our stand," he said. Behind him, the dozen refugees they'd scooped up from the burning colonies, miners, teachers, young kids, huddled together, their fear filling the small cabin. They had trusted him to get them here. He wasn't going to fail them now. A proximity alarm shrieked. Ava's fingers flew over the console. "They're here," she whispered. 2 hunter warships. Massive black silhouettes tore into real space, their hulls shaped like serrated blades. The hunters weren't truly a species, they were a manufactured collective, half machine, half organism, designed eons ago by a forgotten civilization to eliminate contaminants. Humans had become contaminants the moment they proved impossible to control. James activated the comms. "This is Captain Walker of the UNS Relentless. Broadcasting emergency code. Earth command, do you read?" Static. Then a gruff voice cracked through, "Relentless, this is Earth Defense Net. Your signal is weak. Identify threat level." James didn't hesitate. "Omega." There was a pause, a heartbeat of disbelief. Then, "Copy, Omega. All defensive stations coming online." Ava looked at him, eyes wide. "We just woke the whole planet." "Good," James replied. "We'll need every one of them." The hunters fired first. Lances of white plasma hammered across the void. The Relentless rocked violently, panels blew, lights died, someone in the cabin screamed. "We've lost half our shields." Ava shouted. "Divert everything to forward plating," James ordered. "We hold until Earth launches interceptors." The shuttle lurched again. Metal groaned. A desperate thought stabbed through him, what if Earth couldn't help? What if the old stories were true, that Earth had grown inward, tired of the galaxy's endless wars and politics? What if humanity's birthplace no longer cared? Then the stars outside lit up. Dozens of launch bays along Earth's orbital ring flared open, sending swarms of interceptors streaking toward the hunters. Sleek, angular fighters, more advanced than anything James had seen in the colonies, moved in perfect formation. Earth had been quiet, yes. But not idle. "Holy," Ava breathed. "When did they build all that?" James allowed himself a tight smile. "Earth always prepares." The interceptors hit the hunters like a storm. Plasma bursts and kinetic rounds peppered their hulls. One hunter ship charged its main cannon, but 3 interceptors banked hard, slamming directly into its ventral joint in a suicidal strike. A brilliant explosion tore through the darkness. "One down," Ava said. The second hunter warship retaliated, slicing through several fighters with a sweeping beam, but Earth's orbital guns, massive platforms the size of skyscrapers, finally finished charging. A lattice of energy converged. With a single thunderous blast, the second hunter ship broke apart, its shattered remains scattering like embers. Silence followed. James let out a long breath he didn't realize he'd been holding. Behind him, the refugees began to weep with relief. Earth had saved them. A voice crackled through the comms again. "Relentless, threat neutralized. Dock at Station 12. Medical and engineering teams are waiting." James exchanged a look with Ava, equal parts disbelief and gratitude. As the battered shuttle drifted toward Earth's gleaming orbital ring, the refugees pressed against the windows, staring down at their ancestral home. A world they had never seen. A world that, despite everything, still protected its own. James keyed the internal comm. "Listen up," he said, voice steady. "You're safe. Earth isn't just a memory, it's a fortress. And as long as it stands, humanity stands." A small boy in the back raised his head. "Captain, will they come again?" James paused, looking once more toward the stars where the hunters had emerged. "Yes," he said softly. "They will." Then more firmly, "But next time, they won't find a planet running. They'll find a species ready. A species that had survived exile, war, and the horrors of 12 dying star systems. A species that refused to die. Humanity. And this time, James thought, Earth would lead the fight.